This is the LG CX55. This is the latest 2020 model from LG, and it comes in three sizes. Obviously the 55 screen, which we are showcasing today, the 65, and the 77. So this review should apply to all of the other screens, just in regards to the scaling when it comes to the size of what the screens are. So this has all the bells and whistles of the latest lineup of what LG is providing this year when it comes to screens and their general technology. So this is a great offering. This is the regular size in regards to also the traditional existing TV that I have in this space. So it is nice to come in here, check out a fancier model and see how kind of that plays out. Now, I would personally suggest maybe going with the 65 or the 77, keeping in mind that, again, the screen size is the only thing that will change in regards to what this review applies to. As you get bigger, you get more space, more real estate for your movies, your games, everything like that. And while the 55 is great, and if it fits within your space, if you do have the means to do so, I really think the 65 is a nice space in regards to scale and size for a modern TV. But again, that comes to your personal option and situation when it comes to obviously placing your TV within your room. Obviously, you can place it on the stand here, or you can have it as a mount. So this is a 4K HDR enabled TV with 120 Hertz. That means for games, you're going to have that smooth fluidity of 120 FPS, which the upcoming Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 will have as a feature within the console platform. So over the next generation, we're going to see some blistering high FPS. That doesn't mean this doesn't support lower FPS. It's going to look great on your 60 FPS games and everything like that. So I did check out a lot of features in this, just like I normally do. I'm a huge fan of film. I also play a ton of games, and I've had a long extended time with this TV in regards to basically being able to check out all the different features and what it provides. So this is a really great size in regards to showcasing the screen. It's almost bezel-less. It's a very, very thin bezel, so that is fantastic for that kind of technology. Now, the stand is a very long, flat stand, so that might not be the best for everyone. In my particular setup, it's a little bit awkward because it does lie very low to the ground, and I would have liked maybe a smaller stand. That being said, not the biggest deal. It does look really clean. The screen in the back is super, super thin. This is a very, very thin TV size, and that's regards to the higher part of the TV. When you get to the lower part of the TV, it does have a little bit of a back, but it is amazing that we're able to get such small, skinny screen sizes in this day and age. So the screen does feature a true black coloring in regards to the darkness. So if you're watching something a little bit spookier or something where it's a little bit dark, such as the space scene, you're going to get really, really dark picture, which is fantastic. It doesn't really have much of a glare to it, which is fantastic. And that's in regards to basically being able to see things reflected on the TV. They did a really good job with that particular issue that TVs have always had, or at least, modern screens have always had. And I'm glad that they kind of went in there and fixed that up. So this is the remote that comes with the TV, obviously. I like the minimalistic design personally, but this one is full of buttons, very easy to understand. It's got Netflix built in, it's got Prime Video built in, because, we're all going to Prime all the time. But, yeah, it's just easy to kind of handle and use with the TV. So this has a ton of great features with it. It has Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision. So I consider Atmos to be a standard feature in regards to TVs and the sound technology that we're seeing here. There are many ways to listen to audio here. You can do audio out through the screen, you can do through just a soundbar. I also had a soundbar paired with this so I could review it. That was the SN9YG soundbar from LG, so I was kind of pairing that. I was listening to just the TV, sometimes just the soundbar, and sometimes both in a combination. You can also use Bluetooth speakers if you want to connect that way, headphones, and there's so many different options in regards to how you're getting your audio experience. But yeah, personally, I do feel that Atmos is a standard across all devices in the modern age, and I think it's important to have it. Dolby Vision is a special feature that's going to be becoming more and more prevalent as time goes by. So I am very happy that they were able to incorporate that with this particular model. I'm very pleased to see that included, and I do appreciate that. So with that, we also have a really great set of gaming features. So this has G-Sync, and it has FreeSync available through a software update. So that's basically going to be able to make sure that your games are running correctly, looking their best, and having the highest standards, whether you're playing from a PC to your big screen, or if you're playing on your next generation consoles of Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Those blistering high FPS numbers are going to look smooth and look great on this TV. So this is a TV for the next generation, and one that will be really good as a standard moving past that. So it's also got ALM and it's got VRR. So VRR is variable refresh rate, and ALM is an auto low response mode. So it's got to have a really quick response time. You're seeing these features always be notified in the top corner of the screen to let you know that your game is enabled with that feature. It does have that spec, and it does present that game that you're playing at that quality. So it's blistering fast, not only in terms of the FPS, but also the response time. So when you're playing games like Modern Warfare's Warzone, you're playing Halo, like an older title, Master Chief Collection, you're getting that fast response time. You're able to connect quicker, and it helps with your gameplay greatly. And in general, this looks fantastic whether you're playing a modern 4K HDR game at 60 FPS or you're playing a 720p game 30 FPS that's being upscaled through backwards compatibility on, say, Xbox. So I test out a wide range of things on here. We're talking about games, but I also watch a ton of movies. I'm huge into film. And speaking of film, again, they have a filmmaker's vision mode, so you can actually turn that on and you can get a true profile of what the filmmaker's vision was for this particular TV model. And I think that's fantastic to have and very much so appreciated within the TV model. So we checked out a ton of games, some that I've been reviewing, including The Last of Us Part 2, and that looks phenomenal on PlayStation 4 on here. The Master Chief Collection, which is a 4K HDR. Gears 5, which again hits that standard. It looks beautiful. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was a big one. I was testing a lot on here. It looks great. So you also get those backwards compatible titles. Those older ones that aren't running at a high resolution look fantastic on here with the upscaled content. So this has the latest generation AI ThinQ. So basically you're getting a great 4K based processor so that it upscales content that is older, maybe a little bit more jagged, and it presents it in a beautiful fashion on the screen so that even your older content, whether that's older videos that you maybe have from back in the day or, older games, they look beautifully, fantastically upscaled with that A chip. And I think they've done a great job in regards to that technology, that processor that's in here. It's very much appreciated, and I think it helps build a better picture. So when it comes to movies, I was trying out all the typical ones that I do. La La Land is a perfect choice in regards to HDR implementation. I thought it beautifully handled that movie here, just because that one really pushes the visual quality that's present within a TV. I tried out just a ton of other ones. The Dark Knight Rises is just gorgeous. Now, I did have some issues over network sending audio, so it doesn't seem to really handle, I believe, the lossless audio quite as well, because some movies and content weren't showing audio. Most were. It's got a great home network, so either you want to stream or cast from your PC, that works really well, or just right through the home network, being able to watch 4K files and stuff. Of course, variable based on your network speeds. This works very well for doing so. I was very pleased with the technology in that regards, but some of the audio doesn't play, and that's a little bit disappointing to me. But anything that was plugged through, say, the Xbox One X in regards to 4K discs were perfect. No issues at all. They look fantastic. They look flawless. A beautiful, gorgeous picture across so many titles. I was watching Sonic the Hedgehog. I watched probably like 30 movies or something like that recently. I have like a long list of them. But I like to highlight specific ones that I really do think look gorgeous. Singing in the Rain, which is a classic. I watched a number of really old movies because I want to see how they look across different picture types. That movie's beautiful, especially with the ambience and the music and the sound that's present within it. I thought that was really fantastic what they did there in terms of the upscaling technology, which we kind of been talking about. So you get beautiful, beautiful movie picture, great sound from it that feels immersive and full of the room. And your games also look fantastic too. So now we're going to talk about the settings on the actual TV. So what this includes are a number of easy optional features that you can kind of go through. We've got the home dashboard that has Apple AirKit, so you can kind of cast your phone easily if you're on iOS, and I think that is a great feature, having an iPhone XS, which I am using to record here. And yeah, it's just fantastic to have that integration. Easily grab your pictures, your movies over the home network if you'd like. The home dashboard can connect to other technologies with the AI ThinQ. The ThinQ can also be told to basically, what am I seeing on the screen, and it kind of can register that and let you know, which is a neat feature. They've got a game day updates, so you can set that if you got like a team that you enjoy sports wise, you can have it update you on the screen. I don't care about that, but I know some people do. Maybe a big football fan, you're watching something else, you want to know what's happening. It's got that feature. It's also got some built-in assistants, including Google Assistant and Alexa. So that's important for those that like those services. This can also connect to things such as, I don't know if you have an LG like fridge or stove or washing machine, dryer, you can connect that way. So that's kind of a cool feature for those that have that kind of integration availability. Of course, tons of apps. You got your Netflix, you got your Disney Plus, it's got Apple TV, everything you would expect. Canadian wise, we've got Crave that you can, I don't know if it's built in, but you should be able to get that either from that store or through the console if you have a console availability for that one. We do have to double check on the Crave part, but you get the point of it. It's got the essential apps that you need for watching things built right in, and you can of course download more, and those are all going to be able to support the high resolution quality, the 4K, of course varying on your plans depending on the app. Everything's variable on that kind of thing, right? But the Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all the colors, and you get the full range of things, and HDR. Of course, HDR is beautiful and definitely a necessity across TVs. I think this one kind of nails a lot of the qualities that would be expected in regards to picture and what you want to get out of a TV in the modern era. This is perfectly set up for the next generation of console gaming, which is appreciated. And I think they really did deliver on this one with a lot of features, a lot of modes, and a lot of things within it. I was very happy with what they were able to do. And just to double check over the list and everything like that, we're now going to jump down into the features of the actual TV in regards to the ports. So it's got HDMI input, 1 rear, 3 on the side, USB, 2 rear, 1 side, composite, it's got 1 rear, so that's composite AV, and then there's the RS-232C input, 1 rear, headphone out, 1 rear, HDMI audio return, which is eARC HDMI, so we've got that. We've got RF connection input, 1 rear, Ethernet input, 1 rear. We've got digital audio output, 1 rear, power consumption of 120 for 50/60 hertz, and under 0.5 watts of standby. So we got to the dimensions with the stand. This is 48.3 by 29.1 by 9.9 inches for a weight of 50.7 pounds. Without the stand, it is 48.3 by 27.8 by 1.8 inches for 41.7 pounds, 300 by 200 VESA mounting when you are mounting this onto, say, the wall or something like that. So if you are mounting it, you'll definitely know what that means. So that's the gist of what this TV is. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was great for the technology on the horizon and for what we have today. So I'd give this a 9 out of 10. You can read my full technical review in the description below, which kind of goes into some further details in regards to what this provides. I was very happy with the TV. It looks great, plays very well. And again, size-wise, I personally would go with the 65. The 55 is really good. It's elegant. It's going to fit into your room very nicely. Just keep in mind the stand. It's very low. It's a very flat stand, and it's a very wide stand. So you have to incorporate that. It was a little bit difficult to set up in regards to the instructions, but once you kind of get the gist of it, it's like, oh, okay, and that's pretty good. So definitely enjoyed this. I thought it was very well done, sleek, modern, beautiful TV for the modern era and for the years to come, because you buy these, I think, with the mindset of this is going to last a long time. And I think this one does. I think it achieves a number of great features with great quality and great picture and the standards that are here for today and here for tomorrow.